Canine is going to be a verify.
Oh, hold on, I got
Alright.
Come on. All right, good evening, one and all. We are right on time. Friday night, February 10th. Juan and the Paisan. It is Cranston PD Live. We want to welcome him back. Folks, here that you're watching, we are riding with Sergeant Corvesi. Sergeant, welcome back.
Thank you.
Another edition, Friday night. What can you tell us so far? Busy day, quiet day, normal day?
So second shift, we're pretty busy so far. We've had one arrest for driving-related infractions. We've had another arrest for a warrant. Somebody was arrested on a warrant that was issued out of Providence Police.
Oh.
And just as we were getting to the vehicle, officers called out on another arrest on Broad and Grand on a traffic stop. So.
Oh. All right. Weather is nice. It's mild.
Nice.
50 degrees. So, and this is the first day, folks. First day of the body camp. So we're gonna let Sergeant Corvesi do his thing.
Yep.
Remember, share that you were watching. Bring everybody up to speed.
Yeah. So we are in our initial rollout of the body camera program, starting today, and we're anticipating that all patrol division and 80 some odd cameras will be online by March 1st.
Wow. How is it so far?
It's not bad. It's just a little getting used to because you have your own routine. You do things for a certain way so long that it's just another tool that you got to get used to.
Yep.
And I think it'll be very beneficial for either frivolous complaints or just keeping officers in line with professionalism. And I think it'll be a good tool. I think it'll also help officers alleviate some stress of when you're doing traffic stops and whatnot. You can kind of do your job and not worry about anything frivolous coming your way.
Although I was saying you travel with the human body cam in the
Yes,
form
I
of
do.
Juan.
The best one. Best one.
But folks, the body cams are here. I think it does as well.
Yes.
And but it's another thing to have to get used to. It is, without question. So definitely a learning curve.
It could
Like any new tool.
absolutely help the good officers, hurt the bad officers. But
right.
luckily in Cranston,
Transparency,
we have
leading the
none
way.
of those. So
yep, that is exactly right. All right, folks, we are just getting started on this Friday night. Again, it is Juan. Share that you are watching. Also, thank you for the stars. I want to let people know that we're still playing around with different times. So I know some people were saying what time is it tonight? Is it 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock? We're trying out different times. And so far, I think the warm weather, I am hearing, people come out more. It's not 30 below.
9G5, vehicle. 1 Frank IF 770.
stop that motorcycle doesn't have no plates on it.
Oh.
Where are you? In front of the little village on left. Nine, what's the 20 on that one? Harris.
S10.
Good.
G5 motorcycle plate. It's gonna be a mass motorcycle plate. I'll be Reservoir North at Route 10. Hi, my friend. How you doing? Thank you for pulling over. I appreciate it.
Of course. Jeez.
You got your license on?
Absolutely.
The only reason I stopped you was I couldn't see a plate. I
Oh,
see it now,
oh.
though. It's just
Okay.
it's tilted down.
Yeah, you know what? And I just bought something on Amazon to stick it at the end. I just haven't
awesome.
even.
I appreciate
But
it.
either
my
way,
friend.
yep, here you go.
Thank
This is
you,
my
thank
license.
you.
My registration's in here if you need
Yeah,
it.
no worries. Let me just see that
Okay.
quick.
Absolutely.
How's your night going?
Oh, not bad,
Enjoying
man.
the nice
I'm
weather?
actually with my wife in
It's a nice bike. Oh, really? It's a nice bike you got.
Oh,
here.
thanks, man. It's literally my. I don't even think I had this a year yet.
Okay.
Yep, big learning curve.
It's a good night to take it out.
Oh,
right?
wait a minute. This is the wrong. What am I doing? That's the gas tank. Jesus. All right. Here we go.
appreciate you pulling into a safe location.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold tight here for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Check this
No
out,
worries.
all right?
Thanks, man.
First example of it's my first time using the body camera in action, and when I went to go turn it on, I actually went to go reach for my microphone. So that's just an example of you got to get used to it.
Can you put me on the first lead spot for you? 203A. 3A. Can I go to supervisor 3? Supervisor to 3.
S10's on 3.
Sir, I have one adult male in custody for possession of ecstasy.
10-4, thank you. So all the traffic stop, they're going to be taking somebody in custody for possession of ecstasy.
All right, folks, let's see what happens.
All right, my friend, you all set. I would just get, like you said, I know you said
Yeah,
you ordered
no.
something, right?
No,
Just so
you
you can make your business.
Definitely. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Have a
Appreciate
good one,
it, guys.
all right?
Thank you.
All right.
Best time, 10-8. So that gentleman, clearly not the case, but oftentimes people with the motorcycles, they'll hide the plates so they can take off quickly from law enforcement, because you can't pursue those type of vehicles. They're just too fast, too evasive, and they cause too much of a public safety risk. So oftentimes when you go to stop them, you know, clearly not that guy, but they'll just take off.
Yep. And now there's another arrest as well happening right now.
Yep, so officers just initiated a traffic stop on Broad Street, and they arrested one of the occupants for possession of ecstasy.
Oh. Good evening once again, everyone. It is Juan. It is Friday night. Cranston, Rhode Island. This is Cranston PD Live. We are riding once again.
Car 205.
Sergeant Corvesi. Share that you're watching. Remember also, if you type in someone's name, that should
Fire department, 37
notify them.
Some type of large fire behind the house, maybe a brush fire.
that they could tune in. And we get a lot of people that say,
203A.
how can they find out when we have this? If you click the like button, you should get notified. A list of shout outs to get to.
10-4.
I know we have people that tune in from all over. We have it's a very mild day today. Got up into the low 60s, 60 degrees, spring-like, and so therefore, well, we saw someone on a motorcycle.
9. Sighted. I'm telling you the cops not back in the square. If I don't hold up. 210. Receive.
S10.
That's fine.
viewer to the fire.
Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live, Friday night, riding with Sergeant Cordesi. Please share that you're all watching.
64. Can you reduce me in my inbox for a no trespassing warning? You can use Cranston East. Central. Thank you, that's no F. 10-4, isn't it?
Looks like they're already clearing. Just an amount.
10-4. Fire's got under control. Slow everybody down. Do you need 4? Can I just clear? That's how you clear. 4 thing.
Just they were burning some stuff in the backyard, and it got a little out of control, but nothing crazy. So, the fire department already put it out. It's nothing else there now.
A lot of leaves.
A lot of leaves.
Hey, you're not supposed to burn things in your backyard.
No,
right?
no. Fine. Luckily, nothing got caught. No of the vinyl siding, housing, or anything like that caught on fire. Just
Plus, it's windy out.
you know.
A lot of leaves on that lawn.
Yeah.
Could have spread very quickly. And what section of the city is this, Sergeant?
So this is near the Garden City area. This is actually this is right by the prisons, and it's considered like Mayfield Avenue area.
Okay.
It's right by Oaklawn Avenue, between Oaklawn and Pontiac. It abuts Warwick as well.
That could have been bad if that had
Yes.
spread.
Yes.
Apparently, not everyone picks up their leaves.
No. Luckily it was far away from the house.
Wow.
Nothing they had to contain. So.
203.
But it would have been sad if he burnt his house
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. And like I said, it is a windy Friday night.
Yes.
1960.
Folks, saying good evening, everybody, on this Friday night. It is Juan. We are once again riding Cranston, Rhode Island. You're watching Cranston PD Live. I'll get to some of the shout-outs as we go along. A special shout-out to Roberta Farrell, David San Martino, part of Team Juan. I started doing the shout-outs, but now there's too many to mention. And then if you forget someone, you hear about it the next day. So, but I will get to some, especially some of our out-of-state police forces. It's interesting, both Cranston and Warwick, brand new with the body cameras.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good tool. It's going to be a lot to get used to.
Yeah.
But, nonetheless, that's, it's where policing is right now, and I think it's needed, and I think it will benefit us.
Yep. We also want to give a special shout out to Oscar Perez as the new chief of police in Providence. That was this morning.
That's awesome. Well deserved.
Yep. I want to say hello to everyone that.
All three of those candidates were very, very top notch from what I've read in the articles.
Yep, very solid. I want to say hello to everyone. I did attend the forum for the three of them Wednesday night, and a number of people coming up saying they enjoy it and watch it, and then everybody else, folks. So again, it's Friday night. I think it is unusually warm, which is terrific. Just the fact that we had, I think that's our first motorcycle stop.
Yes, I'm very happy. Surprised. Yeah, he actually, like I said, usually
good demeanor too.
Yeah, awesome. That guy was, top notch. Very nice person.
The license plate hidden.
Yes. I think it was just the way that gentleman had it affixed, but when he bought it, he said he didn't take it out too often, but he said he had something on the way to affix it better.
220.
I've also noticed Cranston police have been posting, again, it's like teams of shoplifters that have been hitting Garden City.
Yeah. So our detectives are investigating it right now, and trying to tie it in. This may be encompassing some other shopliftings outside the city, and it might be more of a regional shoplifting thing. But
it seems to be like a ring.
Yeah. Hitting over here in Garden City specifically.
Yeah. Huge amount of sunglasses.
Yes.
Those are like 2,200.
Let's take a ride over here now.
I'm not talking about a pack of gum at Cumberland Farms.
No, you don't, and we don't want to see that happen. Don't want it to be like LA where they just shoplift at will and
everyone stands and watches.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Sergeant Corvesi would stand and watch people roll out.
No.
Well, the winter lights up. What should someone do if they're in a retailer and they see someone shoplifting?
Just call us, report it, get as much information as you could, and
okay.
That's definitely something you wouldn't want to intervene with unless you're a trained loss prevention associate, but you don't want to intervene with that just because it's unfortunately it's a minor offense. It's, oftentimes a misdemeanor unless they've been convicted before, and it goes on. Are you walking in? Okay. But I wouldn't intervene in something like that. Like I said, the best thing somebody could do while they're not a police officer or they witness something that is either a crime or suspicious is to contact the police and gather as much information.
Yep. Be a good witness.
Be a good witness. Even I hold that for myself as well. If I was ever off duty involved in something, I would just be a good witness unless the lives and safety of others were in jeopardy.
Right. Wait, it's good to see. Garden City is packed. It's a nice, warm Friday night.
Yeah, this is nice.
And we're about 5 weeks from spring.
Can't come soon enough.
And it's already been a busy day, folks in Cranston.
220. Okay. When you get a chance, do you mind sending me the coordinates in a message? Thank you.
That's time.
Go ahead, Sergeant.
Can you long clear G20 Garden City, please? I love seeing Garden City like that, just booming with business and people out there, kids are out.
So alive. this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, any tips from Sergeant Corvese to the general public?
Be responsible, drink responsibly. If you're gonna go to a party, Uber is a great app to download.
Yep.
Highly recommend it.
Is that normally a night, maybe before and then after the game is when it's in?
I mean, typically, I'm not trying to speak down on the two teams in the Super Bowl, but they're
Right.
generally not New England teams, so
Right.
I don't see a lot of. I wouldn't see as many people celebrate this as they would be if the Pats were in the Super Bowl. So,
Right.
But you never know. So, yeah. But generally speaking, yeah, it's a much busier day. It's sort of like a holiday where people like to get together and have parties and whatnot.
What does former quarterback Corvese think of Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts?
I like Jalen Hurts a lot. Not a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes.
All right. What about style? Would you compare? Are you more a Joe Burrows or a Josh Allen?
Who's the third string quarterback for the Patriots right now? I'm more of that style.
Brian Hoyer?
No. I like
Zappy? No.
I like Jalen Hurts because
Yep.
he's a dual threat.
He is. How does it feel when a lot of your former teammates tune in and watch the...
That's funny.
They put quotes, he's still calling the plays.
Yeah.
Folks, again, it's Friday evening, and we got off right on time tonight, actually. Right before 7 o'clock, watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. Over 50 degrees. Share that you are watching. Again, if you type in someone's name or click the like button. But you can already tell it's dry, it's warm, sunny day. Not sure what that person's doing. Maybe reinforced. You should not be burning things in your backyard.
No, definitely not.
Let alone not an open pit.
Not an open pit.
No.
Like I said, luckily that guy had a large amount of space in the back that it didn't blow to vinyl siding or another neighboring house.
Right. Well, there's 6 inches of leaves on the front lawn.
It's definitely not unsafe.
That's another reason to rake your leaves. Not only does it look better, but it could certainly spread very quickly. I also want to just mention to everyone that it is, so highly unusual with what we're learning of. We shot down another aircraft, this time off the coast of Alaska. What is happening?
I have no
My
idea.
goodness.
$207. 207. Speaking of the resident, 35 Appleton Street, she caught 2 juveniles on her neighbor's property. They exchanged words. She wanted to speak to an officer. The juveniles took off towards Harmon Avenue. Simple. Right, sir. Simple.
Just want to let everyone know that, the latest is that they spotted that aircraft last night. I watched the Pentagon briefing, and they say the president decided to shoot it down. It was shot down 1:45 by 2 F-22 22s. Second aircraft in less than a week shot down off our shores, but seems to be the result of the story. In the meantime, we resume our regular programming. You were mentioning earlier that there was a stop and then someone had an illegal substance on them.
Yep.
Want to remind people, cannabis is now legal, but ecstasy is not.
Yeah, ecstasy is not legal. It's not.
And as far as the Super Bowl, if someone sees someone impaired on the road, what would you suggest?
Call that in, especially during the Super Bowl. That day, call it in. It's not worth it to risk anybody's life. Anybody driving impaired. How are we doing?
West side of those juveniles in Harmon, coming out at the residence. God, woman.
I do want to give a shout out. We have heard in the past from some of the Philadelphia police officers that watch Cranston PD Live. So, best of luck to them if they win.
Go Eagles.
Well, they climb the poles as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Philadelphia, it's a problem. They try to grease the poles. The kids climb the
I have a
poles.
coworker who's a Kansas City fan, and I don't know where he gets it. I don't know. I had to talk to him about his upbringing.
Folks, go easy on Sunday night. But I agree. It's also just different without the Patriots. A special hello tonight to the police officers in Andover, Mass. They had a very difficult situation they were dealing with. Just the other day, I was talking about the story. That was not easy. It's been a tough couple of months for some first responders. Also, the special shout out to the police in Duxbury, Massachusetts, that also learned this week what they had walked into in Duxbury with the mom. And that was another very difficult situation. Sergeant, first responders never. That was the Andover situation. They were called to the house at 3:20 in the morning, and then suddenly upon very tough.
That is a terrible situation,
Yeah.
and takes a toll on all the involved. The officers, anybody, the paramedics, anybody who showed up, and it's just you don't want to be involved in. Those are the worst types of situations to be in.
So,
And
Information only, 10-8.
The officers involved may seem like they're all right now, but down the road they might have, you know, like sort of like PTSD moments where they either dwell or think of the moment. Those are tough situations.
Yeah. Especially the Duxbury case, that is unimaginable what they walked into. You find sometimes when the good weather starts to hit, there's just a burst of people are just out and start.
Absolutely. That was the beginning of the shift. Everybody was on the road. Everyone.
All right. Good evening, Johnston. Of course, you can always put where you're watching from. They can type in someone's name that may enjoy it. I was with a member of law enforcement who was in East Greenwich Police Department in the 70s just the other day. He started watching the program. Of course, I could go down the list of all our friends in Florida that are watching. Special hello to Raymond, who's a Cranston resident, but he's down in Florida for the season. He said he'd like seeing when Sergeant Cavesi goes by his neighborhood and patrols it while he's down in Florida.
Absolutely.
Watching from Hawaii this evening. Well, be careful. They're putting green lasers. China's shooting green lasers over Hawaii. Hawaii could be next on the front lines. Special shout out to Warwick Police watching this evening. I think I'm just going to start to list the different departments so I don't have to keep naming everybody. We appreciate it all.
Speaking about that laser, I saw an article where they were telling people not to shoot at the air balloon because it was too high in the air.
Oh, wow.
Over, I think it was in Montana or wherever it was before.
Yep. Also, happy Friday to Raymond and Phyllis. They're from Cranston. Right now they're in West Palm. And they get together with two other couples from Rhode Island while they're down in Florida and West Palm Beach for the winter and watch Cranston TV Live. How about that?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sergeant Cavesi is bringing people together in other states.
If you're going to watch it down in Florida. That's beautiful.
And folks, remember, you can watch it on your big screen TV. If you're not sure how, if you just type into the comments, someone tell me how. There are plenty of people. If you are watching it on your big screen, you can post the picture in the comments, as so many of you have done. Get somebody posting, tell me how. Someone will. A lot of technicians that watch it. And we'll continue. Special hello to Toms River Police that are watching this evening. Also Nantucket Police. Massachusetts State Police. Oh. Dark clothing on a dark street.
Recipe for disaster.
Want to give a shout out to the Cranston Rotary Club. I know they're watching. They had the chief as a guest speaker this week.
That's
Chief
awesome.
Winquist, yep. Folks, it's just 7:40 in the east. Getting messages from people, but you're on it. No, we started at 7. We started at 7. We're trying different times. Remember, this is available on demand. And then what you do is when you watch it, you write hashtag rewind. You can watch all the different episodes. Earlier we heard, it sounded like some kind of a problem in the neighborhood. Sounds like that woman did the right thing to just call into the police if there's a problem in the neighborhood.
Was that the one with the juveniles?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. It's a good idea, especially with juveniles. I mean, most of the times they don't know. They're just trying to play around, so it's best to call us and let us handle it. And, if we find them, we'll just say, hey, knock it off.
Right. Instead of the person trying to chase them down or
Yeah, exactly.
teach them a lesson.
At the end of the day, they're probably just kids. It's a nice night. It's Friday night. They don't have school tomorrow.
Yep.
So they're probably just fooling around.
Yep.
We're very understanding, especially when it comes to kids. I mean, even my kids might not think so, but we're very understanding when it comes to them.
Right. Can you open the other, please? No.
A special shout out to the police in Hollywood, Florida. Also the police in Tampa. Had the president in town yesterday, I believe. working overtime. And then all the Cranston residents, folks, if you know of someone in Cranston, especially if you type in their name, you should notify them. Hard to believe this is episode 14.
Jeez.
We started the night before Thanksgiving with Sergeant Corvese. I want to thank Commander Padalano for setting this up, along with the chief. Folks, again, it is Friday night. We're in Cranston. I'm riding along. Some of the other...
Toy.
Can you just somebody do 13 for a minute, log out?
Some of the other officers say Juan acts as a deterrent many times.
He does, that is for sure. It was jamming up in
Good, that's
again,
a good
again.
thing. I like that. Nice and quiet, everybody goes home safe. My work is done.
I'm eager tonight for a busy night.
All right, well.
Just came back, I want a
That's right.
busy night. Safe busy night.
Sergeant Corvese, it's a much deserved and needed time off.
Yes. I don't know, I think I need a vacation now from that, from taking my kids there.
Family vacations can be stressful. Do you take notice of sometimes how the laws of policing done in other states when you're traveling?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I noticed in Florida, in Orange County, Florida, there was a lot of unoccupied police cruisers parked in areas where it seemed like they would put them there as traffic deterrents.
Wow.
With no officers in the vehicles.
Huh.
209.
The first couple cars I saw with no officer, I
Right.
assumed that they were just walking around. But then I
Right.
noticed that they were in
Lock
locations
the
where
drive,
no officer would just be walking around.
Left door.
Is that an effective deterrent?
I think it is, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You can see a cruiser, slow down, and not going to just start looking inside to see if somebody's in there, unless, obviously me.
11 follow 19.
But every state has their own system. The justice system in Florida is much different from here. The crimes that
Headquarters to car 211.
it's just a lot different.
Yep. Also more transient.
Yeah.
211.
Folks, again, good evening on this Friday night.
211 on 2.
Some people call it
Headquarters to car 211. Officer Davis, still wrong.
Juan and the Paisan. We are riding with Sergeant Corvese,
Can somebody try our 21, please?
Cranston, Rhode Island.
I don't know. Cool. Headquarters to car 211. Can you follow 209, please? Start alarm 20 Mockingbird. Two 205. In the area of Oak Lawn and Wilbur for 1050 J1.
You want to move to the Reservoir Avenue area?
special shout out to Gladys in Cincinnati. She likes the proactive approach of Sergeant Corvesi.
I try. I like to, I can't sit still, so I like to move around and try to get into anything possible.
Would you say that's a style Cranston police are comfortable with?
Yeah. A lot of the guys, like I said, I think I mentioned this before, but you can sit stationary and monitor traffic, or you can move around and just keep, going different places. I like doing that personally.
I'm out.
We're now on the Reservoir Avenue section of the city.
Hi. That is gold.
All right, so folks, there's some viewers that pulled up alongside us that are watching. They can type their name in. That was funny. Well, I had heard of that. People now roaming the city looking for Juan and the Paisan. That's one way to get a cameo. I also want to point out that was the passenger that was watching, not the driver.
Love the support.
Yep. Folks, again, good evening on this lovely Friday night. Balmy weather, almost 50 degrees, right around there.
Cool, man. You made contact with anybody there? The alarm company, gonna go on that.
Watching Cranston PD Live.
Negative. Everything appears to be locked up at the moment.
We're on Reservoir Avenue, heading towards the Garden City area. It is Juan along with Sergeant Corvesi. .44 degrees.
Stop.
I want to answer a question. Maureen asked, Juan, would you be interested in riding with the F-22 jets that shot down the object? I appreciate that, Maureen. I don't think they would allow it, but maybe I'll inquire through Senator Reed's office. I think that's classified, but who knows?
S10.
S10.
G5 Frank Queen 630, Reservoir South at New London.
Stop.
I stopped you, your plates came back inactive. Yeah. This car registered to you? your registration with you? They live down over on Brookwood?
Yes.
Hi guys. Smells like Mickey D's in this car. That's a good thing. How's your driving history? Said you never got pulled over, nothing. Nice. So it's like a white paper.
Yeah, I know. They're in here.
That's what it is. It is expired 10/31/2022. Probably wouldn't get one.
211.
Yeah. Well, let me check it out. I'll check it out quick. It's kind of usually okay. You can go online and do it. You can fix it, right? Hold on 1 second, all right? So she has a expired registration. It just recently expired, so it hasn't been overly, anything too long. And she was saying, she never got anything in the mail, which is common. She has no driving history, which is good. No any priors or anything like that. So oftentimes I just let them go with a warning on this, unless they have some type of crazy driving history or they've been warned about this before.
Yep. Because
this is an easy fix where the woman could go online, she could pay the registration fee and just re-register her vehicle then and there.
Sure. Folks, again, share that you're watching. It is Juan. We're coming up on 8 o'clock. Cranston PD Live.
Expired, all right? But you can just go on the DMV website and renew your registration. Sometimes they don't, but I mean, every time I've gotten one, when I register my vehicle, I get a notification. So I can see where sometimes it might be convoluted and you might not get something in the mail, but just go. All you gotta do is go home, go online, go on the website, you can do it. Alrighty, have a good one. All right, be careful. You're welcome. That's 10.
Double.
Is that a problem? Sometimes they say they just didn't. They didn't
Yeah,
get
and
it in the mail.
I can understand it. Especially when with COVID.
Yep.
Obviously we're out of COVID now, and that's no excuse anymore. But there was a grace period where people were just you don't have to even worry about that. So I could definitely understand that. And for me, especially when it comes to violations like that, I'm big on just using my discretion and going off of the driver's behavior or the motorist's behavior, or whatever the situation may be. I would say 99% of the time, if the person, if it's a sort of minor infraction like that, you know, it's not the crime of the century, I'm going to use my discretion. As long as their behavior is cool and they're nice and respectful, it goes a huge way with me. That's just my personal thing.
Yep.
Behavior goes a huge way with me.
Also notice, go back to the motorcycle. He shook your hand as you were leaving.
Yeah, absolutely, you know.
She was cooperative.
She was super cooperative, nice, understanding. She had, you know, kids were in the car, so she's not out there. It doesn't look like she's going out to rob banks tonight, but
But did not offer fries.
No, did not.
There wasn't an aroma of McDonald's going on. Hey, you never know, though.
No.
I also want to, it's just about 8 o'clock. I want to remind people, you know, in advance if there's places, you know, this is also a good question. Sometimes people, what should people do if they question about either a bar serving underage youths or if maybe there's an underage youth alcohol party going on?
You call us and we can investigate it.
Yeah.
You know, a social host or anything like that, we'll investigate it to the fullest extent.
Yep.
And we also have the authority to walk into a bar and ask for anybody's ID. So that appears to be under the age of 21. So
Right. Yeah, just call the police station regular business hours. That's not a 911 call, unless there's a problem with teens.
Unless there is a vehicle involved where they're going to get into a vehicle or whatnot. No, that would constitute just a call to the station, and we can investigate it.
Someone will come out,
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
run it down. Folks, remember Sunday, cautious. If anything, out on the roads, you may be fine, but it's the people around you. I mentioned to Sergeant Carvisi earlier, we were hearing reports that because it was so warm out earlier, that ATVs were out, but Cranston does not have that problem.
No.
Okay.
Cranston, you tell me, but seems to take a zero tolerance approach.
No, we don't tolerate the ATV things. And you won't see them. I've heard earlier that they were in Providence or just driving around. We had 0 reports of any ATVs today. I can't even tell you.
Much to my dismay.
I can't even tell the last time we've had an ATV.
Wow. That's a good thing for the residents. It affects quality of life. I also want to remind you.
If we had an illegal ATV on the road tonight and we come across one, we're gonna. If it's a legal ATV on the roadway, we're seizing it.
Great. I can only hope. If there are any illegal ATV riders out there, please drive right now. Cranston. I always want to remind people, as people remind me, it's not just a Providence problem. It's a problem in the major cities, New York, Philadelphia, a lot of major cities, but
Urban, suburban cities.
yes. But Cranston takes a zero tolerance approach.
It's huge in New York. New York dedicated a whole unit to it.
Yes. And they still couldn't stop.
No. But some of the techniques they implemented were pretty cool. They had a lot of cool techniques. They actually have an account on YouTube which showed, I forgot what the name of it is. I think it was like NYPD Live, and they showed, they had some cool techniques that they showed on there. Drones, unmarked vehicles, stuff like that.
Well,
Oh, there's a show here tonight. at the park.
apparently, yeah. Good to see people out. Must be a movie of some kind, or not sure exactly. But Cranston doesn't do that. It's got to be more than 10 ETVs to take action. If there were just a couple, there would be action.
Oh, no. If there's one.
One is too many.
One is too many.
What section of the city is this considered, Sergeant?
Elmwood.
Elmwood. Okay.
Yep.
And this is unique. If you go left at this light, eventually hit Providence. If you go right and continue, you'll then hit Post Road and Warwick. So
This is Elmwood. This is considered the east side of the city. S10.
That's
G5 Texas, Robert John Charles 3309. The parking route 10-1.
yeah.
I can't see because you're tin. You got.
All right, you got your license on you, paperwork for your vehicle? I stopped you because you didn't use. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Who is it? No idea. Oh, I stopped you because you didn't use your turn signal and you turned in no turn only.
Oh, I just moved from Providence to Cranston on the first, literally down the street.
Okay.
Literally. Give me 1 second. That was like a minute. Okay. If you see my address, I just moved from the ghetto, from the south side.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Now I'm moving up. And if you need anything else, my cousin's John Muriel. He's one of the sergeants in Providence Police.
Okay. Well, you can tell me you met Sergeant Corvesi. Me, Sergeant Corvesi, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
I just moved from that.
You got the registration for the vehicle?
It should be, I didn't touch it, but it's a rental.
Yeah, do you got any paperwork for the vehicle?
I have no idea.
Rental
Never-
agreement?
I never checked.
You never checked? You signed something when you get a rental, no?
Because I know him. It's Miguel Garcia from Cranston.
You know him?
I know him. That's
Yeah.
why I never.
He just gives you the car?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it like that.
Okay.
I never.
So you have no rental agreement?
No, I don't.
Let me see any paperwork with the vehicle.
This is all I have. This is what he has in there.
Okay.
You need to verify. You can call him yourself. And he
No.
owns a rental place.
You are responsible because you're driving the vehicle.
When am I responsible?
For the vehicle itself.
What do you mean?
You are responsible. You are responsible to present your license, the registration for the vehicle?
Yeah, okay.
No, to the police, not to him.
Oh,
I'll be right back with you, okay? All right, hold on. So I definitely don't recommend that if you get pulled over, just say, I'm connected to this person or that person. It usually doesn't fly well.
So we're going to step back just for a moment. Again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. It is Friday night. We are with Sergeant Corvesi. We're in Cranston, Rhode Island. Thank you for the stars, by the way, everyone. Remember what we say, if everyone watching does 200 stars, we hit the metrics that we need to hit for Facebook. Continue our live stream coverage. I want to thank Roberta Farrell, everyone tuning in. We'll see how this is going to turn out. These are also tinted windows on this vehicle. Interesting. Give the sergeant a moment to pull everything together. Rental car with tinted windows. Heading towards Providence. Alright, now that one of those cars, heavy smell of cannabis just came out. Just a programming note. We will be ready and working the night of Super Bowl Sunday night. We'll see what the result is going to be. Folks, this is also the brand new body cams that the Cranston police have. I may get out and direct the traffic a little bit. I can walk around a little bit, I think. Need to pick up some of the litter along here. These are cars entering right down from Parkview onto Route 10. Now the way to actually enter Route 10 is you bear right over there and come through. And then it brings you up around the loop. We're going to let the sergeant do his thing and then we'll follow up. Again, good evening, everybody. It is Juan. It is Friday night. You're watching Cranston PD Live. Here we go. Here I am. Here we go, folks. We are out here. It is actually a pretty warm night. I want to just show you the tactical vest on and gear. And we'll see how this is going to turn out with Sergeant Corvesi. Let him get everything together and then we'll follow up. Hola, one and all.
Your paperwork back, okay? You're gonna get a citation in the mail for turning at the intersection, okay? And no turn.
I just spoke to Miguel, and I said, Miguel, since I moved to Cranston, I'm getting pulled over every time because of tinted windows.
I didn't pull you over because it's him.
No, but this is before you. I got pulled over in Coast Road for this, and I told him. He said, no, we have Texas plates, and you're legal. I said, but I get pulled over every time, and it's my time, and I just get aggravated because. Why? He's like, don't worry. He's like, I have you if anything in new paperwork. I didn't go by because I know him, Miguel Garcia. Like, they own that plaza. But I told him, I said, you know, every time that he's
So most tint companies, most rental companies won't tint their vehicles. Unless it's a luxury vehicle, they won't tint them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's why I said hi, guys, because I can't see inside. I don't know how many people are in here or whatnot.
The that he's going to give me has no tints whatsoever.
Okay.
And I just literally moved over there, so I should have known I couldn't turn. I'm new to this.
Just be
area.
careful driving, all right?
All right, thank you.
Yep.
She called Miguel.
I don't know who she called.
Are they still uncovered?
It didn't work.
Yes, it should be. At 45. Alright. I had over there.
S1010. So she's gonna receive a ticket in the mail just because of the fact that I ran out of printer paper at a convenient time. For
7 or 11, 10, 8, 9, just verify the school register.
for manner of turning at the intersection where it's prohibited, and for failure to use the turn signal. That's just a great example of, you know, just attitude on the stop. I honestly would have gave that woman a break if she was just like, hey, I apologize, didn't even see the sign, I'm driving, you know. She had her phone readily available, so she was probably texting too, but it's neither here nor there. You know, that's just a perfect example of the benefits of the body camera too, because that interaction was completely captured. So if this goes to a trial for anything, for a traffic tribunal or anything like that, you know, we could display it. Hey, this is exactly what happened.
How does it go over when someone says, "Oh, I know this person, I know that person"?
No, I mean, listen, we'll always take into consideration courtesy and stuff like that, but if you break the law, you break the law. It's just the way it is, you know. Especially when I don't even get to introduce myself, say hi, how you doing, how was your day, you know. Immediately, you know, just aggressively talk, you know,
With tinted windows, were there any other passengers? It's impossible to see inside that car.
Could not see inside, but there were none. The vehicle was a rental, which then and there proves that, you know, rental vehicles in Rhode Island don't come tinted.
Right. Well, it's legal in Texas.
It's legal in Texas, but still, they won't do that with the rental vehicles. It's usually
Maybe in the parking lot of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. It's legal in Texas.
It's a Texas plate, Texas vehicle, but the business is out of Providence. It makes no sense.
Folks, again, good evening. You're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. We are riding along with Sergeant Corbasi, the Cranston Police Department, on this Friday night. I know we have... you can always put in the comments where you're watching from. We always like that. We want to say hello to people. We have people, obviously, from this area. We have people formerly of this area. People are relatives in the area. People in law enforcement. I also want to just point out to people that if you go to Facebook Watch and just type in Cranston PD Live, all the episodes will pull up. They're also on this page. I know we get a lot of people. You may be watching this on demand, which just means you're not watching it live. It will be then available. And then we want to a special shout out to Courtney that's been binge watching. Just discovered it. Not exactly sure what state. Connecticut, New Jersey, but discovered us in Facebook Watch. Again, I know the YouTube crowd. It'll be loaded to YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, then it's not a problem, but still trying to work it out. We were pulled over on Route 10. One of the vehicles went by, had a strong odor of cannabis. I have a feeling.
I did smell that actually. I did smell that.
What tells me with the warm weather coming, it's going to be a more regular occurrence.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
Now, and I also we want to remind people, it's actually, if you're driving along, it's not legal to smoke it as you're riding.
No, that's DUI. That's DUI.
What about, someone was asking, what if there's a passenger in the car smoking it?
No, that's also illegal. Well, in Cranston, there's ordinance against it.
Okay.
So I can speak for Cranston. Cranston has ordinance of any open containers, so if they're smoking it, it's an open container.
What about Texas?
Texas, that probably won't fly. That's probably capital punishment down there.
That's a good question. Lindsay asks, she was hearing about somebody apparently shot a swan on the Cranston Warwick line. If that happens, do you call DEM? Do you call the police?
Yeah, so I believe, well, you'd call both.
Okay.
I believe DEM's investigating that.
Okay.
That's something DEM would investigate more than us.
Yep.
I mean, we would definitely investigate the firing in the contact area portion of it, any firearm offenses, see if the person, try to locate the person who shot it, if they have legal possession of rights to own a firearm, so on and so forth. But that would be more of a DEA encompassing investigation.
Is that a firearm used in that?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
I saw the headline of it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics.
Maybe call both DEM and whatever the police force. That's a good question. Is that a 911 call, or that's just?
That would be that wouldn't be a. Although the life of the what was it a swan
Yeah.
is in jeopardy, it wouldn't be.
Folks, again, it is, well, the temperature is dropping, by the way, but it's so much better than it was last weekend.
I saw something about Mount Washington had the coldest recorded.
Last Friday and Saturday it was below zero, and now today it was 60 degrees. So, hello, good evening, one and all. Folks, now you can also send me, people are always sending, I mean, we move around the time a little bit, trying 7 to 9 this time. Sometimes we do 8 to 10, sometimes we do Thursday nights. Figure it out. And I know people are asking in the warmer months, could we, maybe. I mean, everything's on the table, possible. Now I want a special hello to Eileen. Her granddaughter started showing her this. Eileen lives in Cranston, and she was asking, could I do this every single night? I appreciate that, Eileen. I do, but I don't know. We're not doing this every night. Talk to the commander. Maybe the warmer months will go more than once, but apparently Eileen, who is a grandmother, is no longer watching television, Sergeant Gomez. She's just... I like that. I like this. Could you do this every night? Well, no.
Catch everything.
Yeah.
It's very busy during the warmer months. especially around July, August, June, July, August.
Well, we'll be ready.
St. Mary's Feast Week is just an anthem.
Mm. I also want to just mention to a lot of the Cranston residents that if there's some kind of a problem with stop signs that people aren't stopping for or speeding violations, I also, I'm just speaking for myself, not the sergeant, but you do have a council person, so, and they were just elected, so you could always take it up there. I mean, obviously you can.
We work hand in hand with the offices, the constituent affairs in Cranston. Okay. So, any problems that the specific wards are seeing through their council person will be, you know, if it's something that the police can handle, we'll communicate with them from our command, and we'll often try to address the issues to mitigate it. So we have a great. Our administration's awesome, especially when it comes to that stuff. Taking care of the community and making sure, you know, Cranston stays the way it is, or just improves, which we are one of the safest communities in America.
Yep.
It was something came out a few years back. We were in the top 50.
Wow. Again, you could type it out on the screen. I know that police do watch this, so. But you can do something about it, is the bottom line. You know?
Yes.
Folks, you don't have to suffer in silence, and you don't take matters into your own hands. Special shout out to Monica. She's a Cranston resident. As a result of watching Cranston PD Live, she went out and got a Ring doorbell for her home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was actually somebody I had stopped yesterday. They said their wife named Monica watches the show.
Hey, maybe it was her. Now, what section of the city is this, Sergeant?
Oh, this is Knightsville.
Okay.
This is
High crime?
no, not necessarily. This is not a bad area at all. It's more of an Italian area. You got all the restaurants over here, and it's called Little Eatery.
Little Eatery.
There's a little plaque over here with all the names of the people that came here from Eatery. You know, Cafe Eatery.
Right.
I'm just gonna make a check over here because they're doing construction on the gazebo area.
Yep.
Well, here's a big gazebo that they had it, but they're redoing everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this is gonna be like a bocce court, gazebo area park.
206.
It's nice.
Oh. Like Florence, Italy.
It's all getting redone. It's like Italy.
I think the last name report from Columbia. Hispanic male, white puppy coat. Stole some candy and soda. Took off in a black vehicle. John Lincoln. They're saying the plate is John 1-2 Frank 4. And that it was a Rhode Island.
Tampa.
Rhode Island still enforces shoplifting.
Yes.
Cranston still enforces shoplifting.
Yes.
What is your reaction to Sergeant Carvesi when you see some of this video on the West Coast where these people are literally walking
It's
out
crazy. I don't.
with bags of,
I don't understand. I really don't
merchandise?
Send the Cranston police over. We'll take care of it.
And they're just watching sometimes.
That's just crazy.
Good evening, Felicia. Good evening, everyone. Folks, thumbs up for our Cranston police. Oh, we may be riding with Zeus sometime, the Canine.
Zeus is a good driver too.
Yeah, having the Canines, that's a valuable resource.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Very good resource. It's, those dogs are highly trained. They're just best of the best.
Good temperament.
Yes. I think it would be good to bring around. You're gonna bring some treats though. Some dog treats for the dog.
Yeah?
And some M&Ms for Sergeant Bruno.
Mm. Does the atmosphere change when Zeus arrives on the scene?
Yes. Yeah. So, you saw it during the when we were looking for the
fugitives.
The people that were doing the B&Es.
Yes.
That's when the dogs are out there. Like, hey, I have to listen, because if they're off the leash and you run or do something wrong, it's just, unfortunately, you get bit. It's just, right? You do something wrong, you touch it, you see a hot stove, you touch it, you're gonna get burnt. But they're a great tool. But not only that, for just narcotics detection of missing persons.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago, we used Canine guard during a stop where a group of people were in a vehicle, and they eluded the officer, and then they came to a stop after a brief area where he lost sight of them. So we had initially thought that they had tossed something, so we used the Canine, and the Canine ended up indicating on a substantial amount of cash in the vehicle, showing that the cash was associated with drugs.
Whoa.
So
Wow.
kind of helps to prove that it may or be involved in drug proceeds, which can then lead to forfeiture, civil forfeiture.
Yep. And it was the Canine that sniffed that out.
Yes.
Wow. Now, does Zeus bark as they're riding along, or silent?
I think his handler barks a lot. No, Zeus barks.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He can only train them so
Both
well.
him and his handler are very aggressive.
Good match.
They're a good match.
Folks, again, good evening on this Friday. It is Juan. We are once again riding along with Sergeant Carvesi. We are in Cranston, Rhode Island. always get asked. So we're 1 hour south of Boston and 3 hours north of New York City. Thereabouts.
Disregard.
Alright, 10-4.
Let's see, special shout out to Precinct in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Big fans. They like the style of Sergeant Corvese, asking, do you have family on Staten Island?
I don't. But I actually, a couple of weeks ago, I worked with a detective sergeant on an NYPD on a case.
Oh, wow. Folks, good evening, one and all. It is Juan on this Friday night. It is another edition of Cranston PD Live. Special hello to Tim Hackett, Cranston, originally from Cranston, now living in the Chicago area, enjoying it. Get a lot of that. It is a big day. This is the first day of the body cams here in the city of Cranston.
Yeah, so it's just a lot to get used to, especially not, again, using it is a little bit different because, you have, it's on your chest where I usually keep my microphone, my radio mic, and I'm not used to tapping the buttons every time I get out of the vehicle and now, so it's just remembering those things and doing, breaking my old routine and starting a new one is a little different. And then the other aspect is the network where all the camera footage gets uploaded to or saved, and it goes to this cloud software that we have, evidence.com. It's made by Axon, so it's just getting used to that, uploading the videos, make sure everything's done properly. And right now, today's the first day, so we're gonna have some kinks with it, work those kinks out, so we can, by the time March 1st comes, we can roll them out full force with no issue, and if there's any issues, resolve it quickly.
And body cams many times, it's a tool for the officers.
Yes, absolutely. Just like in that car stop earlier where the woman, was somewhat, I wouldn't say argumentative, but she took a very defensive stance, automatically, started name dropping, and without even me explaining the situation to her, asking her why I pulled her over immediately without giving me a chance to even introduce myself. All that stuff, including the 30 seconds prior to me activating the camera, that's actually on camera too. It's just no audio. So.
And the body cams will be on all the officers?
Yes. Well, let me rephrase that. All patrol officers,
okay,
up to the rank of lieutenant, Canine, school resource officers, traffic division.
Yep.
There'll be some other cameras allotted throughout the department, but I think right now the basis is to have it on patrol because, we're the ones getting into the interactions, calls, the initial context of everything.
What about some law enforcement that also use a cruiser cam of some kind?
Oh yeah, that would definitely be.
Oh wow.
I mean, I think it all comes down to cost, and
Yeah.
these body cameras were initially not paying for the first 5 years.
Yep.
I believe I read something earlier today. It was upwards of $600,000 with
Wow.
the equipment, software, and the cloud management. So it's not cheap.
No.
By any means.
And the cloud management a big part of that.
Yes. And we're a larger department. We have a lot of calls. We have about, between 85,000 calls for service a year.
Wow.
And that, if you think majority of those generating a video, we're going to need a lot of cloud space. And then retention and,
You do see it sometimes, like in the South, where it's literally the dashboard and you see the officer going around.
Yeah,
right?
it's different, I think this is awesome because you're not always at your cruiser. Say you get into a foot chase,
right?
Like I said, I think it'll be more beneficial than anything. It's definitely going to prove to be more beneficial. It's just going to take some getting used to. That's all.
Sure.
You can issue me an OR for this. I'll be sunny.
Temple.
What section of the city is this, Sergeant?
So this is just the close to the Arlington section. This is, I would say, is more near Stadium, if anything. It's
Yep.
Payne Middle School right there.
Okay.
Payne Track. Just across the street, this back neighborhood would be considered the Stadium section, and then when we take a left here, go northbound, it'd be the Arlington section.
There was a rodent problem in the Stadium section a couple
Yes.
years ago.
I believe somebody was feeding animals or something like
They
that.
were feeding the rats. You could see that would cause a problem in the neighborhood.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with all the neighbors, and rightfully so.
Folks, again, good evening, everybody, on this Friday night. It is Juan. We are once again riding along Sergeant Corbisi. You're watching Cranston PD Live. I want to remind people you can type in where you're watching from, city or state. And then also if you type in someone's name who's also on Facebook, it should notify them and they get a notification. They pop up and that they should be watching. You just want to check your notifications. And then if you click the like button, you get notified when we do go live. Weather's much better than last weekend. Friday and Saturday was bitter cold. And the weather's actually going to be pretty mild for the next 10 days. As I said, I know we have people in different parts of the country and even countries that watch, but it's a very mild Friday weather that we're having as we're riding along with the sergeant. This is the first day that Cranston police have instituted their body cams for their police force. And I know now, I think Providence was the first, and then now Cranston and Warwick have them as well. Yep.
Newport
does.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I believe Tiverton might as well.
Okay.
I think Tiverton does.
And then I think the state police are going to phase them in.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What section is this for people that are
This is still considered the Arlington, Webster Avenue area, generalized Cranston Street. It's a good area. It's a lot of calls over here, though. I always like working over here because it's more busier. As I mentioned before, I have to always move around, so.
Also good to have a police presence over here.
Yes.
What about this area in the summertime?
Jamming. But so far, you've served as a deterrent once again.
It's all right.
It was jamming until you came in.
Yep.
You stepped in the door, and your ambiance just took over.
I'm telling you, it's like Batman. It's like a superhero. Well, a steady presence of police, I can tell you that the Cranston residents love it.
201 will be all checking. So, road's possible tonight.
Folks, again, Friday night, you're watching Cranston PD Live. As they say, Juan on the Paisan, share that you are watching. Nice mild night, Cranston, Rhode Island. We are riding along with Sergeant Coffee C. I also want to remind people again, if you want to watch some of the older episodes, there's many of them, you could either find them right here on this Facebook page. You can find them
5 Harmon and Irving Ground Ledge 51980.
Facebook Watch. You can find them on the website. And you can also find them on YouTube. Football season is coming to an end. There's nothing to watch on television, so instead you can watch Cranston PD Live. Some of our mini episodes with Sergeant Corvacy. Now this approaches the Providence-Cranston border on Cranston Street.
Three.
Summertime, they'll block this street off, and they'll bring these huge speakers, a bunch of people.
Wow.
They'll bring speakers, and at 10 o'clock almost every night in the summertime, they try to come over here and blast this music. You know, a lot of
like an illegal block party.
Yes, it's crazy.
Wow.
Most of the people that don't live in the city.
Yeah.
Actually, all of them don't live in the city for the most part, and we have to disperse them. But
When does that start?
it's when it's warmer.
Okay. Like late
You can
night?
hear it from the police station. They
Really?
just blast them. They bring speakers, put them on the hoods of the roofs of the cars,
Wow.
and they just blast this music.
Now that can,
I don't understand.
That
the
can lead to
fun
trouble
yeah,
sometimes, right?
I don't know the fun behind that, but
Yeah. And approximately how many people will gather?
25, 30
Oh,
people,
wow.
yeah.
You can hear the music from the police.
Yeah, you can hear it. Because you'll hear it and you'll be like, oh, it's a matter of time before that call comes in, so you come over here and just try to disperse them and get them out.
Now, is this gospel music or country music?
It's neither. It's like different ethnicity.
Strong beat.
Just from Cranston. Ocean Nora 125.
Folks, again, good evening, one and all. It is Juan. You're watching Cranston PD Live. We're with Sergeant Corvesi on this Friday night. With mild temperatures. I'm actually glad for the retailers that lost money last weekend with no one going out. Super Bowl weekend's rough when the Patriots aren't in it.
Yeah, it's not as fun. I didn't even realize the Super Bowl was this weekend.
Yeah.
That light's running out. All right. Stop that car, but they realized that the lights were off.
Good. It's hard to believe in this day and age people are riding along with no lights on, but
Yeah, it's I don't know what year that generally started, but with the automatic lights, but it should be phased out hopefully.
yeah.
Say I'm all set.
Folks, again, if you have specific sections of the city, something's going on, and I just mean a nuisance thing, you can certainly send it to me through direct message, and I'll get it to Sergeant Corvesi or the police, but you can certainly contact them. No reason to suffer in silence, or ways it can be handled.
Sometimes when it's quiet, I'm like, man, what the heck? Why isn't anything going on? Then other times I think about it, I'm like, oh, I'm doing a pretty good job.
Yes.
Today is one of my best friend's 30th birthday, so I told him,
Yes.
I said, hopefully it's a good night and I'll be able to get something good for you on here.
You want to wish him a happy birthday?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday, Josh.
All right. Be a celebration this weekend, maybe?
Such a good friend. He allowed me to marry his sister.
Look at that. That is a good friend.
That's 8 guys.
10-4.
All right, folks, I believe we're gonna head it back in. We want to thank Sergeant Corvesi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Excellent
thank you.
job as always.
Thank you.
Continue to be a deterrent to crime. Folks, thumbs up. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You've been watching another edition of Cranston PD Live. Make sure you click like button. Thank you for tuning in. Thumbs up. Thank you again to Happy Birthday, Josh. Thank you, Roberta Farrell. It is one. Make sure you follow this page. Another edition of Cranston PD Live.